So, welcome to this new weekly update video. Hope you enjoyed the last couple of ones. And in this video, quickly gonna share with you what I've done last week. And let's get right into it. So last week I went 4 times to the gym instead of 5. I've missed one day, but instead of gym I did some cardio on the weekend. So I went from Monday till Thursday to the gym. And on the weekend I enjoyed some cardio with friends of mine. So if I go 5 times next week again, then I'm fine with that. I also meditated 6 times this week for 1 hour with the Dr. Joe Dispenza meditation. I also skipped 1 day of meditation. Definitely gonna do 7 times next week again. So this week I finished the audiobook The Magic of Believing. It's actually a pretty old book. The first book got published in, I think, 1948, so pretty old. And I really like such old books if they still apply in today's modern world. So I think if they stand the time till today, it's really interesting, and there's definitely some things in there to learn from, right? So this week was The Magic of Believing. It's pretty much the same topic like the last book from last week, would definitely recommend it. And I'm not 100% sure if there's like I'm pretty sure you can also get like a hardcover book of it. I always listen to it right now, but I also finished another book, The Secret of Feeling. But instead of listening to that one, I've read it on my Kindle. So it took a little bit longer than a week. I just read it on the side. Just every time I wake up in the morning, I read a couple of pages, and every time before I go to bed, I read a couple of pages. So that's a habit I try to implement into my life right now. I think that's a really cool thing to the last thing you fill your mind with is a good book, or the first thing in the morning you fill your mind with is a good book. So I try to build that habit to at least read at least 1 page. Most of the time I read a couple of more, or try to read a whole capital, but a whole section. But this week I've also finished that one, The Secret of Feeling. Like I mentioned, like it took me a couple of weeks, to be honest. Like I didn't finish it, or I didn't run through the whole book in this week. I finished that one, and now I'm also gonna start a new one separately to the new audiobook. So it's also gonna be the book I'm gonna read last thing in the evening and first thing in the morning. Exactly. This week I also learned a lot about like some trading basics, basically. Like resistance level, support level, trend lines, some really basic stuff. For those of you who been watching my couple of other videos, probably know that I'm part of the GCC, it's like Gens Croquet Club, and I've read through messages, and there are a lot of people who already made their investment of GCC, of the NFT, basically already made it back from the alpha calls from the crypto researcher in there. And this guy also shares some trading advice, or just in general also gives you basically some trades you can take if you want to. And I think that's really dope, and these guys are made already a lot of money with that. So this week I learned some trading basics, and definitely wanna do some trading on the side. I mean, it doesn't take that much of my time, and like I mentioned, there are some people in there who did some pretty nice little profits on the side. So I think that's pretty dope, and definitely gonna stick on that, and I'm gonna learn some more about that. That's a topic I got into this week, and learned some basic trading skills. So that's also already it for this week's update video. I really try to make them more high quality, or just in general also share some some more insights just in general from my journey. But right now I'm just a little bit stuck, to be honest, and don't know 100% where I'm going. And yeah, in the last video I also mentioned that the plan with my friend to move to Cologne didn't really end up happening. So yeah, now I'm a little bit stuck in my place right now, and really want to shift something or make a change. But yeah, we don't really have a proper solution yet, so I'm definitely gonna keep you updated. But I'm really planning on yeah, making some bigger shifts or bigger moves, and yeah, let you follow me along. I mean, right now it's just a little bit boring, to be honest. So just like, yeah, some super basic things I'm doing, and I really don't do that much right now. Just learning a lot, reading, listening to books, and going through some old programs and stuff like that. But yeah, really trying to make these weekly update videos a little bit more informative and yeah, a little bit more interesting. So yeah, definitely stick around, and we'll do some changes or some shifts in the upcoming weeks. And yeah, for this video I wanna, yeah, share with you a learning I've took basically from my last couple of years, and what I think is really important if you're starting a business, or just in general if you're a student, you can also apply it, or if you're in school, also if you already started with your journey. I think what's really important is like file storage, or just like, yeah, how you store all your data and storage, or like all your data in files on your laptop or computer. I think that's a really really important thing, and it definitely would have helped me personally out when I was starting, and would have saved me a lot of nerves and headaches. So yeah, let's just jump onto my laptop, and I will share with you how I store my files and what I have for systems in place. Maybe it helps you out and you find it valuable. It's a little bit difficult here. I don't have a table right now. I'm sitting here with my mic and laptop, but I think it's should be okay. So yeah, to start with, you should see my desktop right now. It's hella messy. Normally it doesn't look like that, and I will share with you a quick tip how you can like super quickly basically fix it. Yeah, I just purposefully dropped a lot of random stuff on my desktop right now. And the first tip to make it clean or look like a little bit more organized is actually to go to View and then click on Use Stacks. At least that's on Mac. I'm sure you will find a similar solution for Windows. And then yeah, what you can see is basically it put all similar files into one stack, like all PDF documents. It's under one stack. And you can click on it, and then it opens all the PDFs you have on the desktop, and also here like movies and screenshots and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think that's a super cool little trick, I would say, to yeah, make your desktop look a lot cleaner. Exactly. Then another thing, the actual tip I wanna share with you is yeah, how you should, but how I store my files, and a quick tip or just like how I do it. And I think that's it's gonna be valuable for some of you. So I personally use Google Drive. Yeah, you can probably also use iCloud or some other storage service. I just like the Google ecosystem, to be honest. Just like clean, and with my Gmail and stuff like that, it's just all in one place. So I personally use Google Drive. And yeah, there's also an application, I don't know how it's called, but you can find it out, that you can basically connect your Mac, basically your Mac Finder here, that's like your Finder, with Google Drive, and then you have like your Google Drive and all your Google Drive files on there. And you can also easily store it on there, and you don't have to go online on Google Drive and upload all these documents manually. So yeah, it's pretty easy if it's on your Apple Finder. And yeah, I want to share it with you here. So I have basically my main drive, and then I have 5 different folders. how I'm gonna stack all my things, or like organize my things. And that's for one: business, then desktop, finances, inbox, and personal. And the purpose with that is basically to every file you store on your computer should go into the inbox one. And if it's on the inbox, you should go in there like once a week in the best case. It doesn't take more than 5 minutes. Just go in there manually and go through all the documents you put in there. Sometimes if you store a file on your computer, you can also instantly put it into the specific folder. But if you don't have time to, you can just put it into the inbox folder. Then you can go in there manually and put it in the specific folder. And I'm gonna go into these other folders right now. So like in general overview, real quick. So you have different folders, and in each folder has like their own purpose. Obviously, I mean, I think that's pretty logic. And then you can store your specific files into these folders. So if you have, if you run your own business, you should have your own business folder in here. And then every time you download an invoice or get an invoice, like spend like money on Facebook ads, you should also keep track on that. And then you can put these files directly into the specific folder. So if you have to do your taxes for the last year and something like that, you know exactly where the stuff is. Most of the people have it on desktop, and there is like everything on there. Then they don't have two laptops, one for business, one for personal stuff, and then they have like all their holidays photos on there. And in the middle or in between all these holiday photos, they have like their business invoices. So that just sucks, you know. If you want to do your taxes in like a year from now or for last year, then you, at least in my case, I couldn't find anything anymore, and it was just a whole mess, and it took me a lot more to get organized and to find all the files I need in order to do the taxes or to send it over to my tax advisor. So yeah, this way you can have it on the business, then select your business, and then when I was running a lot of Facebook ads with affiliate marketing and stuff like that, I had like my own Facebook tab. And in there I had like ad metrics, where I was like all my ad accounts in there, so they can keep track on that. Then I had my admin folder, that's for like legal things like taxes, other stuff, and mainly accounting. So that's like taxes, and I have in there I have all my specific tax years. And then I can go into, if my tax advisor calls me and says like, oh yeah, I need an invoice from 2020 from your Facebook ads, and I know exactly where it is, I go into taxes. 2020, then business expenses is like ClickFunnels, Upwork, Fiverr, stuff like that. I can go into Facebook ads, and there I have all my my invoices from Facebook basically, or Google ads, or just general invoices from like masterminds or programs I bought and stuff like that. So it's just like way more organized. And yeah, I have the exact same thing for different stuff. Like in the Facebook thing, also have like assets, for example. I mean, every business is different, so you need to create your own folders for your needs. But under assets, I had like all my ad copies, ad creatives, emails, like business manager verification, Facebook profile images, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, everyone has their own things done in there. But this way you can keep it really, really organized and know exactly where which file is, and you don't have to search for a long time. And the exact same thing, like I showed you in the business section, I also have like, for example, on desktop. To be honest, you can do it however you wish you want to do it. I mean, personally, I had like also a camera, and then I have like all my images in there and stuff like that. So yeah, you can handle it however you want to. But I think that's some pretty cool structure. And I also think what's super important is that inbox folder, because let's be honest, like most of the people don't, as soon as they do a screenshot or save some things from an email in file or something like that, they don't instantly put it into the right folder. So I think it's pretty easy and simple to just put it into inbox, and then you can create like your own other folders and subfolders, and then you can really manage it pretty well. And or I think personally it's really important if you want to start a business, or it's also to declutter a lot of mental stuff, you know. Every time my tax advisor called me back then, I mean, I don't have that system that long, I mean, for like 1 or 2 years now, but in the beginning I don't had shit, so it just was a total mess. And every time my tax advisor called me, or I needed to find an invoice for taxes and stuff like that, I just was just like in total mess, and I just knew, okay, it is somewhere on my laptop, but I have no clue where it is. So it was just like a lot of headaches and nervous situations. I was just like, you just don't have to do it like that. And I think it's just like, it really calms your mind down if you really have a system in place and know where you store your stuff. So like I mentioned, every time I search for something, even if it's 2 or 3 years old, I know exactly, maybe not 100% exactly where it is, but like with some logic things, like I'm pretty sure, or I know if I search for a business invoice, it's probably not under personal, you know, it's somewhere under business. Then I need to find, okay, what kind of invoice is it? I was in Mastermind from my affiliate marketing with Facebook ads. Okay, then I go on Facebook, go under the other subfolders, and I will find it, you know what I mean? And the exact same thing if you say, okay, I want to search for some holiday images from last holiday. Okay, it's probably under personal. Now in that case it's on the desktop, okay, but I mean, it's pretty simple, you know, camera, then which camera was it, and then I can see, okay, which holiday was it, or something like that. So I think that's pretty simple and self-explanatory. And so yeah, I think that's really crucial if you want to start out, like I mentioned before, or just like also already started. But it really helps you with knowing where your stuff is, especially like if you have to do taxes at some point. It's just like super easy. I mean, it takes some more time to set it up, or just in general it takes a little bit of discipline to keep up with it. And like you see, like my inbox is also full right now, so I probably didn't well, I'm pretty sure I didn't updated my inbox the last Sunday, but I mean, doesn't matter, because I know where the stuff is. And if you don't have as much stuff in there, you will find the time to do it eventually. But yeah, you have a system in place and you know where the stuff is. So yeah, that's super crucial and super important, I think. And yeah, like I mentioned, I really wish I would have started with that system earlier, because I had a lot of headaches and a lot of stress when I had to do my first tax statement, because my desktop was just all over the place. I didn't save any invoices, and I just had to search for them basically. And yeah, it's just like way easier if you have a basic system. It really doesn't take that much time. And yeah, so yeah, hope you find it valuable and that helps some of you out. I would definitely recommend you to do something similar. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly like that. And you can also see some of my folders are pretty messy, to be honest, as well. But just in general, I know, okay, my business stuff is in the business folder, my personal stuff is in the personal folder, my finances, stuff like that. I just have like a general structure, and I'm not the most disciplined or not the most clean person with the system, but I just know where my stuff is, and I think that's really important. So yeah, hope you find it valuable and you liked it, and gonna set up something similar like that as well if you don't have already. And yeah, this is gonna be it for this week. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, see you all next week again.